What if you needed an attorney? Would you have one on speed dial? If you had one to call, would they pick up your phone call? Like, would they answer? What if it was the middle of a night, man? What if it was an emergency and on a weekend? Would you have legal advice? Would you have access to that? That's a question that we should all be asking, especially with the world that we live in. Now, if you're on this channel, you know that I teach you how to step out of the traditional and conventional way of buying real estate, right? The wrong way, into the unconventional, the non traditional world that I live in and buy real estate by becoming the bank. All right. By becoming the bank. So having access to legal advice, that's super important. I'm going to talk to you about that tonight. I'm going to talk to you about some scenarios where you might need legal advisory, right? Maybe you have been in some of those scenarios already. So, guys, I want to thank you for joining me on this beautiful Friday evening. I'm here in Iowa where it just snowed 11 inches. So I figured, why not make some content for my people? So if you're new to my channel, hit that like button. If you've been here before, hit that like button. And if you're new and you feel like I bring you some value, I want you to consider subscribing, or you can just be a player about it, man. Hit that subscribe button.
I'm a go-getter. They some go-getters. We some go-getters. Hope you a go-getter. Let's get it. I'm a go-getter. They some go-getters. We some go-getters. Hope you a go-getter. Let's get it. I'm a go-getter. Hustle to the end. We some no-quitters. Knock it out the park. We for show hitters. Right, left hemisphere. That's a dome splitter. Yeah. We control our own destiny. Make moves. Cultivate whole legacy. Creative finance. Bring more ecstasy. The right ingredients. Now that's a dope recipe.
Okay, it's Friday night and the weekend's here. Hey, there goes my guy Joe. All right, from Montgomery. Okay, I was in Birmingham. Joe, you was down there. All right, I see you. I recognize you, player. I like that profile picture too, man. It implies that you are someone that takes yourself seriously. I like that because some people, I'm like, dude, you got to change your screen name. You got to put up a different profile picture if you're trying to, you know, do something in life. Lord have mercy. Good to see you though, man, on this Friday. Glad to have you. So guys, I've been in prickly situations. I'm out here shaking and moving, just like a lot of people are and that want to, right? And I talk to people all the time, hey, do I need an LLC? How do I get an LLC? I don't even know how to get one. If I do, I need one. And some people let that paralyze them, man. Not having an LLC. Sorry, guys. My dang Mike. I don't know why it's all acting all funny. It's acting all funny on me. It don't feel right, man. It got to feel right for me to give y'all the game. There she blows. Okay, I'm back. So tonight, though, I'm going to talk to you guys about what if you need an attorney. What are you going to do? I want the viewers that are on here. Do you have access to an attorney? Like do you have one on demand? If you called your attorney right now, one, can you even open up your cell phone and dial a number? Two, would they answer? Put yes or no in the comments, man. I want to know if you're watching this recorded, because this is live right now. So if you have questions, put them in the comments, put where you're from. I'll answer them on this channel, man. The mission of the Go-Getter family, and this is a movement. We do real estate the right way, guys. Listen, we become the bank, all right, and we do that by playing by the rules that have really been suppressed. Because better believe it, they've been there. Those rules are there. And see, the thing is this: ignorance of the law is not a defense. That's the game right there. That's it right there. That's the whole thing. Ignorance of the law is not a defense. And since this information is public and available to everyone, for everyone to use, you coming into my courtroom and saying that you didn't know that was against the law, you didn't know that you shouldn't be doing that, that's not a defense, good sir. And you're guilty. Because that information is out there. Yes, we've suppressed it. Yes, we've done almost everything in our power to make sure that you couldn't access it, but it's out there nonetheless. Well, guess what we do here with the Go-Getter family? we have accessed the money code. We have accessed the bits and pieces of knowledge, information, and opportunity that allow us to break the money code, being just a regular person. So it's our duty to spread that knowledge to you all. And I love it. So the Go Getter family, we are a movement, man. We ain't a moment, and we are revolutionizing really the way that real estate is being done in the United States. Okay, for both the seller and the buyer. And the person in the middle, us, we are becoming a principal in that deal, and we're doing it with none of our own credit, no credit checks, anything like that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna play a little video for y'all. Oh, I didn't even download it. Y'all will see it. I'm about to post it everywhere. I did something big for y'all. Zingster, what's good? Desiree Diaz. Hey, that it sounds familiar for some reason. I feel like I've talked to you before on here. Soothing Zen sounds. I could use some of that right now. I ain't gonna lie to you, dude. I've been going super hard today. But because I had to cancel all my appointments yesterday, man, we got 11 inches of snow up here in Iowa, dude. I was like, what the what? So I went and bought a snowblower just for my driveway. I got 2 properties that are empty right now. Dude, I ain't went by. I haven't went by there yet. That's a problem I got to fix. I've got to have somebody remove that snow. Now, my partner's son was supposed to be doing it, but my driveway here at my studio ain't done yet. I'm not shoveling it. We don't do that anymore. So I need some Zen sounds. Need some Zen sounds. North Carolina, because I wrote to you. Okay, oh, that's why. I know this name sounds familiar. This looks familiar. Well, I'm happy that you are here. I'm going to talk about some stuff tonight about what if you need an attorney. That's what we need to be talking about, because this is the difference, though, here between the wealthy and the elite. I'm sorry, the wealthy and the poor. The wealthy and the poor. And we're here. See, I don't even like to call it change anymore. Right? I'm not necessarily changing so much as I am evolving. Okay? Evolving into the better version of myself that I work towards on a daily basis. And I make progress towards that better version of myself on a daily basis. Speaking of, as a matter of fact, we've got a new team member that I will be formally introducing very soon, like Monday, most likely. Um, Formally introducing. But Shafta Anwar, she is our deal administrator, and she is going to help elevate the Go Getter family, and then also home ownership helpers and certified affordable housing providers are going to help us elevate to the next level and be able to serve more people, more clients. Whether you are learning real estate in the Go Getter family, Shafta, deal administrator. We got Jerry, Ileana, Cheryl. Ooh, you talk about. Listen, guys. I can say this. I could say it during the last challenge too. That the Go Getter family, we have one of the most elite real estate investment teams in the country, and then one of the most elite real estate business development teams in the nation. Soon, now I'm telling you, now we gonna get up there with the big dogs, and it's gonna be in the world. Adding Mrs. Shafta Anwar to our team has just elevated us to the next level. One of the most elite real estate business development teams in the country. I'm excited. So this is that journey to betterment, evolving, evolution, guys. So let's evolve, y'all. I'm gonna give you the information. Survival of the fit here, man. Survival of the fit. All right. They try to pass that on to us as science. Survival of the fit. Let's evolve. The information is there, so we're going to evolve to that next level. All right. So let me just dive into this for y'all. Okay. I'm gonna share my screen here. Whoops. What if you need an attorney? What if you need them? Now, if you guys got questions, drop them in them comments. All right, I got you. Put where you're from. But what if you needed an attorney? Well, what if you need assistance creating an LLC? What are you going to do? Who are you going to call? Do you have anyone? Right? Or are you going to spend the hours and God knows how much for the fees in your state? I know Texas is $350. Some states are cheaper than others. I can almost guarantee California and New York are going to be more expensive. because they like to feed people to death. Okay. So if you feel you need an LLC, hey, I like trust around here, but I got an LLC. What if you're selected for an audit? What are you going to do? If you're selected for an audit randomly, and what if there were some couple jobs, that you got a 1099 form on when you were a youngster and you felt like, man, they didn't take no tax. I needed that money. I'm gonna wait till I get a letter. Well, when that day comes, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna I know the first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna open that letter, you're gonna be like, oh my God, who do I call? What do I do? You're gonna see the 1-800 number on that letter. Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart. Ain't that what they say in the South? And they like this poor little child don't even know. Bless your heart. You're gonna call that number. And I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you because I've done it. So this is why I know. I owed some taxes, man. I remember I was paying what was it, 70 something dollars a month. $75 was the lowest I could get. It was right before COVID hit. They hit me on some taxes for this very thing. 1099, when I was a 1099 employee, right? Contractor, independent contractor for a company some years ago. And I didn't file my taxes for it. I only got a few checks. I got like three $800 checks. Dude, do you guys know how much money I had to pay back on those three $800 checks because I didn't pay my taxes? And then when I got that letter, what I did was I called the IRS, the 800 number on that letter. Guess what happened? I was on hold for an hour. No, it was an hour and a half, but I remember the hour specifically because I remember asking myself, should I just hang up? Man, I don't think I'm ever going to get through to them. And then I thought to myself, well, I've already been on here for an hour. What if they're going to answer like in 2 minutes or like 5 minutes? And then I wasted an hour for nothing because I got impatient and I hung up. So I ended up waiting another 30 freaking minutes telling myself that. Then finally I said, man, I don't even give a damn if they answer right when the phone's going down. They talking about some hello. You getting hung up on. Hour and a half, sat on hold, man. Didn't know what to do. So I had to bend the knee. I couldn't even listen, guys. Listen, I couldn't even negotiate those damn taxes that they said I owed, man. And it wasn't like it was a lot, but $75 a month at that time for me was detrimental to my damn financial well-being. Absolutely detrimental. Shit, that 75 hit me, man. I ain't gonna lie. So I had to bend the knee. I had to go through the automated process to set up payment arrangements. The messed up part about those payment arrangements is on the automated process is this. you think you got something. You like, okay, it's automated. They said payment arrangements. I'm gonna tell them I can pay like $20 a month. That's all I can afford. Shit, they like, dude, you ain't getting no payment arrangements unless it's $75 or more a month. We don't even compute the 20 you put in. That isn't registering. You put in the wrong number, brother. And I didn't even know the number, so I had to keep going up. Man, bro, I started at 20. I went to 30 and they didn't accept that. I was like, all right, I'm gonna try 50. I went to 50. They didn't accept that. I said, man, what the? So now I'm like, really, I got my calculator out. I'm counting. I'm doing the math. I'm like, how much can I afford? I thought I was going to get off with 22. See, that's the bad part about it. It was an emotional roller coaster for me at the moment because I'm like, oh, I can do $20 a month. Shit. When I got to 50, I got that calculator out, man. I went to 70. Boom. I put 70 in. Automated system, automated payment arrangements. 70 didn't go through. I said, hold on a second, man. Now I'm not about to keep going up. Now I'm just going to have to wait on this phone, wait on hold for a couple of hours. That's what I'm going to have to do because this is too much. I don't got it. And I said, I'm going to give it one last ditch effort, man. I can do 75 a month. I put 75 in. And your payment arrangements have been set up. It told me how long I had to pay for. I said, I did the math. I was like 75 times, it was like 8 or 9 months. I was like, this don't equal no $500. They told me this is more. I couldn't even do nothing. Well, nothing I could do. You know what I needed? I needed on-demand legal assistance, man. Really, truly, I did. I needed somebody that I could call and I could talk to. I could ask a question that was actually a lawyer. That wasn't one trying to charge me thousands of dollars, telling me, yeah, I'll help you. I just need a retainer of $2,000, $3,000, $1,500. What? My back taxes ain't even that much. I don't got it. Okay, well, you can call your legal aid. So then I call my state legal aid, right? Because I'm going to give you guys a plug right now because I love y'all. I call my state legal aid. You know what they said? My state legal aid said I made too much money. What? Since when? So that's the rock and the hard place that we're stuck in now. Wealthy people and poor people, they use the law and they use attorneys in different ways. See, us poor people, we use it for defense. We think it's criminal defense. We're on the defense. We get a letter. We get selected for an audit. We're on the defense, right? So we use the law. We use attorneys for defensive purposes. The wealthy, the wealthy, on the other hand, they use the law and attorneys for offensive purposes. Offensive. And you're probably thinking to yourself, what do you mean offense? What type of offense is that? I ain't never heard of it. You go pay an attorney a retainer and they charge you this amount an hour and they defend you in court and bing, bang, bow. You're either guilty or you ain't. Well, that isn't just as black and white as that. There are some things you can do on the offense. And as you all should know, the best offense or the best defense is a good offense. That's the best defense. It's a good offense. So you want to move like the wealthy and the elite. You want to elevate. You want to evolve. You use attorneys and lawyers as an offensive measure. However, it's hard if you don't have the connection on attorneys because the attorneys I know, you talk to them. If you ain't got no money, yeah, you ain't even getting through to them. So if you're buying or selling a home, think about that. If you've ever bought or sold a home, who is the only person you talk to that was a real estate professional? Besides the inspector coming in that you were scared to talk to because you didn't want them to like say a bunch of stuff was wrong if you were selling or if you were buying. You were scared. You're like, oh my God, the inspector or the appraiser, I hope he gives me the number. Other than that, you talk to your realtor. What if the appraiser gave you a number that didn't coincide with what you thought the value was? Either way, too high, too low. What if you had a lawyer on demand where you could send a demand letter to that appraiser demanding them to justify how they came up with the number that they came up with? What was their evaluation? Is that replicable? Can that evaluation that they did be repeated and the same number be, come up with? Will it be the same amount, the same sum? Now, if you call them and ask them that, hey, can you tell me how you evaluate your appraisals and come up with that? I'm like, man, I don't got to do that. Who are you? They'll try to debo you. They'll try to sun you. But if you're a lawyer or a letter from a law firm pops up representing their client, Gene Boykin. Now, a demand letter, the title of it is a little more misleading. A demand letter, lawyers, good ones, they send them in a friendly tone because friendly tones are really the most powerful. You just got to put the right words in there. That's what the best lawyers do. So if you can make a call, you're that lawyer on demand, 24/7. Boom. Hey, I need a letter sent to this appraiser because this is the value that the house is supposed to be. They did an appraisal, and this is the value that they came up with. I've tried to see if they'll send me their evaluation to prove that, show me their work. Show me your work of how you got to these numbers. Isn't that what your math teacher taught you in school? But they won't give me that evaluation. I need you to send a demand letter. Oh, cool. I'm on it. Bam, boom. Letter sent. Boom. Bam. You talk to him on Monday, the letter will be sent by Wednesday. You'll have a response from the appraiser by Friday. This is the life. That's a life we want to live. Okay. What if you have to renew your business lease? Okay. What if you have a landlord tenant dispute? What if you're the landlord and your tenant's acting up and you might be new to the GoGetter family and becoming the bank? What do you do? Now, if you're in the inner circle, don't trip. We got you. But if you're not, man, most of the country is not in the inner circle. But I want y'all to win. So what do? You have a lawyer on demand? Do you have a lawyer on demand? That's the question. What if you had a lawyer on demand? Would you be able to sleep better? What if a tenant is injured on your property? It just snowed 11 inches in my city. Now, you guys know, right? I haven't shoveled here. This place that I'm in, it's my studio. I rent this place because it's an apartment. I still live in my house that I lived in with a mortgage while I was a landscaper, before I finished making it through my adversity to get to my anointing. So I still live in that house. So I had to rent this place out because my daughter's on me and all that. But I said all that to say this: the steps, I live in I don't live here, but the upstairs apartment, man, the steps are all snowy, 6, 7, 8 inches of snow on the steps, the driveway snow. If I slip and fall, guess whose ass is on the line? Well, mine a little bit if my ass hits the ice and the concrete hard. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. But financially, my landlord. And I asked him when my trust signed the lease, and I signed the lease as a representative of my trust that's renting this place, or trust that I'm familiar with. I asked him, hey, do you take care of the snow removal? He said no. I was like, oh, all right, I can't make you. But if I slipped and fall, if I slip and fall, it's his responsibility. Yeah, that's crazy. So what are you going to do when you have properties? When you are the bank, you've bought properties by taking over the debt. If you have legal help, a legal advocate on demand, you need assistance with small claims issues. What are you going to do? You get people, man, try to take you to court, man, tenants talking about you didn't do. I called a lawyer, and the lawyer said, "You like, man, so you mean tell me you ain't got money for rent, but now you got a lawyer on retainer?" Man, I ain't trying to hear that. Now they might though, if you weren't smart enough to put your properties in trust and all that good stuff, and they see you got some money to play with, they might have a lawyer on retainer that the lawyer said, you know what, we'll do this on contingency because you got a case. And the defendant, they got some stuff. That's a big juicy piece of fruit there hanging low on that tree. We want some. Oh, you need assistance collecting from contractors. Contractors. Now, I love y'all, man. I love my contractors. I love the good ones. I love the righteous ones. I've done some great business with contractors, great, both in helping me to repair something, providing me with a service that I did not have the ability to execute, right? Also, though, I've provided them with service of helping them to become investors and get properties without needing the whole lump sum of money and without having to go through a bank and pass, credit checks, qualify for debt. I've helped them as well. So I love contractors, but now I know the culture. I'm familiar with the culture, and it's the culture that I don't particularly like. Okay. It's the culture. The culture is they sell their time. So if you make a misstep and you give that contractor some money ahead of time, or if they say, hey, well, you pay for materials, red flag number one, but you're green, so you don't know. So you give them money for materials, and now they're dragging you, man, because they're doing this job, that job, this job, that job. They're trying to stretch their time out, and they've already got the money from you. So there's nothing else to squeeze out of you. So they got to go squeeze somebody else. So while they're squeezing somebody else, they can't be doing your work. Well, what if you needed assistance collecting from them and you sent that contractor a letter, or they got a call from a law firm on behalf of you? How's that gonna work? They gonna come try to work something out with you. They're gonna call you pretty fast. So what if you received a bad check from somebody? What are you gonna do? Because you still need your money. I need my money, man. But I ain't got the money because this check wasn't worth nothing. Gee, it couldn't even wipe my. Here's what you do. Here's what you do. You're spending your Friday night, or if you're watching the recorded version of this, you're spending your time with the GoGetter family. You're spending your time with a group of people, man, an eclectic group of people, a mix that has a range of everyone, young, old, middle, mother, father, brother, sister, uncle, grandparents, you name it, black, white, native, Eastern Indian, immigrants to the country, published authors, best-selling authors in my inner circle, a group of eclectic people on a mission. So you're here. So here's what you do. This is what you do. You get legal advice and a consultation. Now I'm going to show you how you can do that rather easily for yourself and have law on demand, have a lawyer on demand. On demand legal representation. Do you know how powerful that is? Oh my goodness. And do you know how much a person thinks that it costs? And this is the thing, though. This is the problem. Only 3% of the population has this. Only 5% know of its existence. 5%. So there's 95% that, and I feel like 99% of the population need this. But there's 95% that aren't even aware that it's a possibility. Well, guess what? If you're here, you're going to fall into a small percentage of people that can wield a very powerful option at the drop of a cell phone and a send button. Nello, yeah, this is Gene. I don't know. They're talking mean to me. What? Legal advice and consultation, you need that, right? Because you can lean on that. Those demand letters, and most importantly, what I love are the phone calls. a law firm making a call for you. What a 5-minute call can do from a law firm when you're up against an institution. Institutions are banks, the courts, your city government. In a code violation situation, listen to me. I'm going to give you guys the opportunity. I have a lot of people that say, hey, they said they don't know what the red tag list is. They won't give me a foreclosure list. Guess what? Guess what they will do? You got that on demand lawyer and you say, hey, listen, I'm just trying to get access to some public records. I'm not too sure how to do a Freedom of Information Act form. I was wondering if you could send a demand letter to the county clerk's office, the county recorder's office, as my representation, from a letter from a law firm saying, we want all the code violations that you have on record. We want all the pre-foreclosures and foreclosures that you have on our public records. We want that from so and such brothers and associates law firm with about 50 associates on the page. Guess what the county recorder's office is going to do? They're going to call you up real nice like. They're going to be real kind of nice this time, though. They're not going to have that attitude and that shortness, those one-word answers. No. With no explanation. No. It's going to be a little different interaction this time. There's going to be a little different interaction this time around with their asses. Cause I love situations like this. I do. Now, a lot of people don't know that they need this. If you have a family member that owns a house, right, and it's not in a trust, that family member, man, maybe it's a grandmother, man, or an older auntie or uncle or something, and they own a house, dude, that they're living in. Guys, if nobody has a power of attorney, at least, guys, listen to me. If nobody at least has a power of attorney for that aunt, that uncle, and it can be a limited power of attorney, so it's specific to the real estate. Guess what happens if they fall, hurt themselves, and incapacitate themselves, and they go to a nursing home? Guess what happens? Do you think the family has control of that property that your aunt, uncle, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa work so hard for? Do you think your family has control of that? Even if they're bickering amongst themselves, who has control of it in the family? Guess what? The family doesn't have control of it. The courts do. Do you think they care about you and your sister's fight in second grade when she called you that name so mama don't want her to have it out? Do you think they care? No. They care about digging into that equity that mom got in that house with fees and billable hours. The best defense is a good offense. I can't say this enough, man. You guys don't even know there's a wealth grab going on right now in this country. There is about to be the largest transfer of wealth in history. Y'all think I'm crazy. That's cool. Whatever, man. You guys think I'm nuts. I'm trying to tell you guys, the largest wealth transfer in history, man, is happening before our eyes. You can either be a part of the upside of that, or you can be the victim of that. See, this is the thing with me. I chose a long time ago that I wasn't a victim anymore. I wasn't a victim of my circumstance. I wasn't a victim of what somebody else thinks they can do, can't do, should do, won't do, will do. And then most importantly, I wasn't going to be a victim of myself anymore. 100% accountable, 110% accountable for every aspect of my life. When I decided that, guess what? I learned some rules to the game, and the universe put some gems right in front of me right on time when I needed them. So here we are. We ain't victims. Power in our hands. Durable power of attorney. So you can have a will, right? You need a will, you know. Oh, big old bug. What the dude? It's a winter, man. You guys are supposed to be dead. Jesus criminy. My bad. So you need a will. If you're in the go-getter family, you own properties and trusts, we already got your estate planning taken care of. If you don't, you need a will, at least that power of attorney. Now, a durable power of attorney, even more potent. What if you could get that done for free? What if you could get that done for free by being a member of this community? Trial defense services. Now, this is what poor people use attorneys and lawyers for when it's damn near too late. Because now we're on the defense. That's what it says. Trial defense services. We're on the defense. We're on our heels. No, 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 no. I'm teaching you to play offense. I'm teaching you to play offense, man. Play it. Get in the game. Listen, guys, this life really and real estate specifically is it's a game that we all have to participate in, whether we want to be in the game or not. It don't even matter. You're like, I'm not in real estate. I don't know nothing about real estate. Do you pay rent? Do you pay somebody to live where you're at? Guess what? You're in real estate. You're just on the victim side of it. So you're playing the game. So since you have to play the game, whether you want to or not, why not know some rules and have a little bit of resources and be effective with the little bit of resources that we have been able to scrape together, to pull from the dirt? Why not be as effective as possible with those resources? So now, since you're forced to be in this game, whether you want to be or not, you can play the game, and you can play the game to win. Shit, I know what I'm gonna do. I know that. Uncontested divorce or separation, guys, this happens all the time. I mean, the statistic in the country is more people get divorced than stay married. Being in a long-term relationship, especially now, social media, all this old crowd of stuff, all this mindless stuff, all this television, all these unrealistic goals of being the skinniest or the most brawny, and these unreal, it has damaged, um I don't want to say the institution of marriage, because I don't believe in it. And so I don't believe in the institution. I'll get married before God. So uncontested divorce or separation. This is one of the reasons I won't get married and be in the institution. Because if I do want to separate or divorce, I got to go through their hoops. I got to ask them permission. I got to let them break up my money and assets that I've worked so hard for. Guess what? If I got a lawyer on demand, this is what we doing. Let's see here. Residential loan document assistance. I ain't going to get into what I just talked about in the GoGetter Family Academy. Okay. I'm not going to get into that right now, but think about when you bought a home, right? Even just to live in, right? The only real estate professional you talked to was a realtor. Well, when you go buy that home and you go to the title company, you know what they ask you? Here's a tip. You know what the first thing they ask you is? What attorney would you like us to send your documents to? That's what they ask you, guys. Okay, so if you do a wholesale deal and have the assignment, they're going to ask you that. Now, a lot of them now will have an in-house attorney. Oh, well, we can just send them to our attorney. Or you can answer with, oh, yeah, here's the address to my law firm. I don't know if y'all caught that. I don't think you did. I'll be a little slick. Here's the address to my law firm. So if you're coming in the real estate game, right, as an investor, becoming the bank, and you are building a character in the marketplace, you go get your title company and you tell them, yeah, we have all of our documents sent to our law firm in such and such city, state. Here's their card. Boom. You know what that is? Instant credibility, instant gravitas, as they say. I think French. I don't know. I don't know why I've been saying that word a lot lately. I think because we've got some gravitas around here now, because we're doing big boy things. Listen, there's Pee Wee League sports, right? Right. Everybody knows about Pee Wee football. Oh, Pee Wee, we little tykes, man. We just little guys. We're learning the fundamentals. We cry when we lose, right? And that's okay. I remember when I played my first baseball game when I was 6 and we lost. I cried. I was competitive, man. My dad was like, boy, it's all right. My dad was a good man about it too, man. He ain't like, boy, stop crying. He didn't do that. He's like, it's all right, son. You wanted to win. I understand that. It's all right, man. Are you gonna play another game? So there's the Pee Wee leagues, there's the developmental leagues, then there's the big leagues. Guess what happens in the big leagues? They don't care if you cry. They don't care if you shed a tear. You eat what you kill, as they say. In the jungle, you eat what you kill. So, are you going to be victimized? What if you need 24-hour, 7-day a week emergency assistance? If you're pulled over, man, on the road, man, the police on some BS, man. God knows what, dude. I mean, you don't know. You could be in a car accident. Who knows? But having that in the back of your mind, like, hey, I can call this number and get an actual attorney. Not no legal aid, not no certified legal assistant. Would that make you feel better? Would it? Let me see these comments, man. Ooh, you guys got any questions in here? Okay, because I wrote to you. Nope. New Hampshire often winds up with the property. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, guys, what I've done for you is this. I have been in those scenarios. I've been in those scenarios. I had to seek, I had to search, I had to metaphorically twist attorneys' arms to work with me in my city because I still remember this, man. I tell the story a lot that the attorney says, "Oh, I don't like doing any of the exotic stuff, any of the exotic deals, transactions." And so I'm like, "Well, I didn't make these rules up. This is stuff we can do." Well, I don't like doing any of the exotic stuff. So I'm like, damn, dude, it's hard for me to find an attorney, dude, title company in it. So I get a couple houses under agreement for deed and do the transaction. I get it under agreement for deed. I assign it to my buyer, bing, bang, bow. Well, my buyer, one of them was an investor. So he gets refinanced through a bank for all of his assets. So now he's paying the balloon payment he owes me. Guess who the closing attorney was for the bank? That same one that don't like to do any of the exotic stuff. But guess what he did? He closed my deal because he wasn't going to tell the bank no. See there? He closed the deal and he did the exotic stuff because I had to deed that property back. I had to quit claim deed it back because of the memorandum of contract. And I made that attorney look all that stuff up on public record. I didn't send him none of the documents because the documents he needed were on public record. And since I remembered when he said that to me, I told him do his job. I'm out of town with my family. I'm not working right now. So if you need that right now, you're going to have to get that on public record because it's there. Guess what he did? He got it on public record. But see, not everybody ends up in that scenario because not everybody will push on. So if you can have access to some attorneys that'll send that letter for you, hey, my client needs a title company to close his deals in this market because we will be operating in this market. What? Thank me later. That demand letter, all that. What I've done is I put a link in the description for you to have that on demand legal service, on demand legal defense link. All right. Now what it is it's a legal shield. It's called Legal Shield. Not many people know about this, and I cannot wrap my head around why. I do know why. Because this game and the legal advocacy has been carved out for the few. And see what this is it's like an insurance policy, guys. That's what it is. This is why they can do it. So it's an insurance policy, a Legal Shield. It's a monthly fee of it's like 30 some dollars. And then since you came through the GoGetter family up front, you can get the single person plan, or you can get the business and family plan. Up front, there's a $50 fee for signing up. For everything, it's like $128. The second month, though, after that, for coming through the GoGetter family, you get 50% off the regular price. So it's like $25 a month. 24 bucks. It's like 24 bucks a month, man. For all that. And if you need help getting your LLC set up, guess who helps you? For the $24 a month. So I just plugged y'all, man, because I've been in these scenarios and I searched and I seeked and I talked to, I negotiated with, and I asked questions, and I found a legal insurance policy that gives you access to 24/7 365 legal defense, man, demand letters, legal assistance. When you set up your LLC, yes, it's part of the package, but you got to pay the fees that your state charges. That's it. Because you're already paying the $24.99 a month. See, what happens is it's a law firm. Legal Shield has a law firm. They've been doing this for 51 years. And I'm like, what? Oh my God, I finally got all this settled today for y'all. And I'm like, I'm going live today. I'm going live today with this. So anyway, what it is they pay the law firm at the beginning of each month because they've got the membership. It's an insurance policy. So now you have that access. Signing up through the GoGetter family after that first month, it's 50%. It's like $24 and some change to have that. You can't beat it. So check it out. The link's in there. It's got some information on there so you can read it. If you choose to do it, great. If you choose not to, that's great too. But understand what you're getting into here, and understand the power behind that. And understand, if you're dealing with foreclosures and you call your law firm, Legal Shield, and have them send a demand letter to send you the reinstatement, or have them send a demand letter along with your power of attorney, your limited power of attorney, and your information release if the bank's giving you a hard time. $24 a month? Man, what? Y'all might start charging me more because I'm utilizing that. You're gonna be like, okay, Mr. Boykin, we're gonna have to charge you for 2 accounts here because you're doing too much. Shit, we're expanding. So, guys, I hope that helps, because what if you need a lawyer? What if you need a lawyer? Do you got the retainer? Do you have thousands of dollars for a retainer? Do you have 1,500? Do you have 2,000 for a retainer? What if you're operating on a shoestring budget as an entrepreneur and you need a DBA and you don't know how to do it, and you think that you should call a local lawyer in your city to do a DBA? Most of you guys don't even know what a DBA is, doing business as. It's like an AKA for your business. A lawyer tried to charge me $500 for that, dude. $500. It's like a 2-minute process and a $5 fee with the state. He tried to charge me $500, man. 500. Legal. Oh my God, that bug, dude. I'm gonna track your ass down after this video. I'm gonna get him. Try to charge me $500. Well, Legal Shield, you've got your legal insurance. You're getting it done. I need a DBA. I'm in Iowa. All 50 states. You're taken care of. You get pulled over for a traffic stop, you can call Legal Shield 24/7. You get a letter from one of your tenants. You get a letter from your landlord, because a lot of my viewers aren't to that level yet. You get a letter from your landlord trying to debo you, right? Trying to bully you. Guess what? I got something that most people don't know about Legal Shield. Dude, this is the best thing going, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. If you get it, cool. If you don't, cool. I got it. So I hope that you guys receive this help in the way that you should. And thank you for watching, spending your time on a Friday night. I do hope that this was helpful, because what if you need a lawyer? What you gonna do? What if you need to get some of that money from that contractor that tried to stiff you? What you gonna do? What if you have to take somebody to small claims court? What if you can avoid that by playing offense? You just send them a demand letter from your law firm. Wouldn't that be nice? So, guys, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new to my channel and you feel like your boy brought you some value today, consider subscribing, all right? Or you can just be a player about it. Don't forget, the link for the Legal Shield is in the description. Also, on my link tree, which is everywhere now, it's on demand legal representation, I think, is the button. You just click that, man, and we got you. I think initially to sign up, it's $128. I had some clients, right? The ladies from St. Louis. St. Louis, I helped them buy a house subject to, they made $18,000. Well, they had been in a wholesale mentorship. They paid $10,000 for, and it was trash. Taught them all the wrong things. They had to cancel their first 6 deals. They lost $1,000 of one of their escrow payments, or not their escrow payments, but their earnest money deposits. And so this was right before they had met me. So I helped them do that deal. And in the midst of that deal, Anita, I remember, was saying, "Oh, we're going to get our money back." Oh yeah. I'm like, "Well, really? Good luck." And she says, this is before I had Legal Shield. This is what put me on the trail. And I found the way for y'all. So she says, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna call my lawyer, have my lawyer send him a letter." I've done it before, a couple of times before, and got my money. I'm like, "For real? Your lawyer be sending letters and stuff?" "Yeah, I got Legal Shield." I was like, "Okay, that's what's up." And that was just in passing, but that stuck with me, man. It stuck with me. Legal Shield. Just send them a letter from that law firm. So, guys, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I hope this helped. It's 2023. The next Become the Bank Challenge, y'all, I'm having it soon, because the last one was a freaking amazing. So the next Become the Bank Challenge is February 6th through the 10th. It's filling up fast already. I had to get the dates already for this one because 5 people signed up the night the last challenge ended. They signed 5 new people. I'm like, dude, y'all are gonna have to wait till the next one, and y'all are gonna be on me now. When's the next challenge? I was like, oh my God, I didn't take that link down. So the people want it. I'm giving it to the people. Sign up for that Become the Bank Challenge. We are changing lives, man. Changing lives. Dude, this is powerful, man. I love it. This is a movement, man. I appreciate y'all. It's for y'all. It's because of y'all, right? Y'all, I don't, it's not like it's a one-way street and I'm just giving to you guys, because that's not true. That's just not the case. This is a two-way street, and you guys allowing me to pour into you and take this information and this knowledge out of my brain and give it to you is a blessing for me. So I appreciate you guys, man. You guys are the true heroes because you guys want it. You guys know that there's more. So you want this information because that is what is stopping us, that gap in knowledge. Well, guess what? The Go-Getter family, we gonna get you there. We gonna get you there. So guys, I'm gone. Till next time, let's get to it, y'all.
I'm a go-getter. They some go-getters. We some go-getters. Hope you a go-getter. Let's get it. I'm a go-getter. They some go-getters. We some go-getters. Hope you a go-getter. Let's get it. I'm a go-getter. Hustle to the end. We some no-quitters. Knock it out the park. We for sure hitters. Right, left hemisphere. That's a dome splitter. Yeah.